All right, so we are all about motorcycle safety for beginners today. We're
Oh,
going deep on this new article. It's called Motorcycle Safety, a Beginner's Guide, How to Stay Safe on Two Wheels.
okay.
It was just published December 9th, 2024.
Cool.
We're calling this a deep dive because we're really going to break it all down for sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
So,
I gotta be honest, motorcycles kind of freak me out a little bit.
really?
But this article actually starts with gear, and that's
Yeah.
that's actually pretty comforting because it really is like your protection out there.
Yeah. Well, and what I like is that it really emphasizes why these safety practices are important. It's not just about the rules.
Yeah, exactly. And they talk about DOT certified helmets and
Right.
and how important those are.
Yeah. And, a lot of people don't realize those stickers actually mean something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've met like these crazy safety standards,
Oh,
so
wow.
they can protect your head if you fall.
Yeah, and it's not just the helmet either. They're talking about like the whole
Jacket pants with armor gloves, boots.
Yeah. The whole 9 yards. It's like getting ready for battle.
It's like suiting up for an adventure, but a safe one.
Yeah. And it's not just about protecting yourself physically. It's about giving yourself that confidence to actually enjoy the ride.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's where I get a little nervous actually getting on the bike.
Right.
How do you practice without like getting in over your head?
Yeah. Well, that's where these motorcycle safety courses come in. It's like having a personal trainer for riding.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So they'll actually like teach you the basics.
Yeah, in a controlled environment so you can build your skills before you're out there in traffic.
Yeah, because I was wondering, like, how do people actually learn the rules of the road for motorcycles?
Yeah. No, it's not just something you figure out on your own.
Okay. Yeah.
You really want to look for MSF endorsed courses in your area.
What's MSF?
That's the Motorcycle Safety Foundation.
Oh, okay.
They've developed a whole curriculum that covers everything.
What?
And they have certified instructors too, so you know you're getting good instruction.
So it's not just some guy in a parking lot being like, all right, go for it.
No, definitely not.
All right, I'm liking this. All right, so we've got the gear, the training.
Okay.
So then they talk about pre-ride checks.
Great.
And this is
You got to make sure your bike is ready to go.
like a doctor's appointment for your motorcycle.
Exactly. It's like a head-to-toe checkup.
Okay, so they actually have this acronym.
Uh-huh.
It's TCLOCS.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that stands for something important.
It does stands for tires and wheels, controls, lights, oil, chassis, and stands.
Okay.
So basically, it's everything you need to check before you hit the road.
See, I check my tire pressure on my car, but I never thought about it for a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. Tire pressure is actually even more important on a motorcycle because it affects your handling and stability, especially when you're turning or braking.
And speaking of brakes, that's another one on the checklist, right?
Absolutely. You got to be able to stop quickly and smoothly.
Okay, so we've got the gear, the training, the bike is in tip-top shape.
Right.
Now what?
Now
Now,
comes the most important skill for any motorcyclist,
what's that?
defensive riding.
Oh, okay, so this is like,
Yeah, this is all about being aware of your surroundings, anticipating hazards, and basically just staying safe out there on the road.
so it's not about like being aggressive or speeding. It's about being like aware and prepared.
That's right. It's about thinking ahead and planning your moves.
Okay.
Imagine the road is a chessboard.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
You're always thinking a few steps ahead.
So it's a mental game as much as a physical one.
Exactly. And one of the key things about defensive riding is visibility.
Okay.
You want other drivers to see you.
So it's not just about seeing them, it's about them seeing you.
That's right. So, avoid riding in blind spots.
Okay.
If you can't see the driver's face in their side mirror, they probably can't see you.
That makes sense. And I'm guessing like headlights even during the day help.
Absolutely. And remember that bright gear we talked about? That's going to make you stand out too.
Okay. I'm already feeling safer just thinking about all this.
Good.
And the article talks about maintaining a safe following distance.
Right. Don't tailgate.
Yeah, definitely not.
Hmm.
How much space are you supposed to leave?
At least 2 seconds?
2 seconds. That seems like a lot.
It might seem like a lot, but that space can really save your life.
Okay.
You need more time to stop on a motorcycle than you do in a car.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. So you're like constantly spanning the road, checking your mirrors, maintaining a safe distance.
Yeah. It sounds like a lot.
It's a multitasking.
It is, but it becomes second nature.
Okay.
It's not about being paranoid, it's about being in control.
Okay. So you're not just riding the motorcycle. You're like participating in this environment.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
And speaking of environments, let's not forget about Mother Nature.
Oh.
Riding in different weather conditions can be tricky.
Oh, yeah. Rain, wind, all of a sudden, it's not so fun anymore.
Right, so in the rain, slow down and avoid sudden braking. Wet roads are slippery.
So it's like driving a car in the rain, but like amplified.
Exactly. And then there's wind.
Oh, yeah.
The guide actually suggests leaning into the wind.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it sounds weird, but it helps you balance.
Okay, I'll trust you on that one.
And be prepared. Check the weather forecast before you go.
That's it,
And
smart.
have the right gear, like waterproof stuff.
Okay, so it's like you're not just handling the bike, you're handling like
Right.
the elements.
Exactly. And that brings us to another important point. Knowing your limits.
Okay.
How do you know when you're pushing yourself too far?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Well, it's like learning to play a sport.
Okay.
You wouldn't try to do a slam dunk before you've learned to dribble.
Right. Start with the basics.
Exactly. So start with shorter rides on familiar roads.
Okay.
And then as you get better, you can gradually increase your distance and try more challenging routes.
So it's like a progression.
Exactly. And one thing's for sure, never ride under the influence.
Oh, definitely not.
Alcohol or drugs, that's
No.
just a recipe for disaster. Yeah.
It impairs your judgment, your reaction time, everything you need to be safe on a motorcycle.
Okay, so let me see if I got this straight. Gear safety course, pre-ride checks, defensive riding weather conditions, and riding within our limits.
You got it.
What else is there?
Well, there's one more thing the guide talks about that's really important, the riding community.
Oh, okay.
It's not just about you and your bike.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with other riders,
Yeah, that's cool.
people who share your passion and your commitment to safety.
So it's like a support system?
Exactly. Group rides are a great way to meet other riders, learn from them, and just be safer out there.
Oh, because there's more of you so people see you.
Right. There's strength in numbers.
So how do you find these awesome groups of riders?
You can check out local motorcycle clubs
Okay.
or even online forums.
Oh, that's a good idea.
There's a whole world of motorcycling communities out there.
Okay, so it's like a whole new world
It is.
and adventure.
Yeah,
All right, well, I'm feeling much more inspired than intimidated now.
that's great. But before we get all dreamy about the open road, let's recap
Okay.
all this great info.
It's good.
So safety is number one, right?
Absolutely.
Gear up, including that DOT certified helmet, and wear it every time you ride.
Every time.
Don't skip the training. Take a motorcycle safety course.
Yes.
Pre-ride checks. Get to know that TCLOCS checklist.
Uh-huh. Make it a habit.
Practice defensive riding. Be aware. Be
Yeah.
prepared. Think ahead.
The road is a dynamic environment.
It is.
You got to be ready for anything.
Adapt to weather conditions, rain, wind fog, all that stuff,
Right. Slow down. Be careful.
and ride within your limits.
Don't try to do too much too soon.
Okay, I think that about covers it for now.
Yeah.
We will be back, though,
Oh, yeah.
to explore even more about motorcycle safety for beginners.
Stay tuned. So we're back and talking more motorcycle safety.
Yeah, we covered a lot, gear training,
Yeah.
pre-ride checks,
Yeah.
defensive riding. But what about the actual skills? you know?
Yeah.
Like, how do you even turn a motorcycle?
Right. It's not like a car where you just crank the wheel.
Exactly.
You got to use something called counter steering.
Counter steering.
Yeah.
That sounds a little counterintuitive.
I know, right? But it's how motorcycles turn at any speed above like walking speed.
Okay.
Basically, you push on the handlebar in the direction you want to go.
Wait, so to turn left, you push the left handlebar.
Yeah. Slightly forward.
That seems backwards?
I know, but it actually causes the front wheel to lean to the right, which starts the left turn.
Okay, so it's like physics.
Yeah, it's all about physics.
I'm not a physicist,
Don't
so
worry about it.
I'll just trust you.
Just remember, smooth inputs, no jerky movements.
Okay, smooth and
Yeah.
steady.
Exactly.
Okay, what about speed, though? Because I've seen those videos of motorcyclists leaning way over in the turns.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, you got to manage your speed in corners.
Okay.
The faster you go, the more you have to lean.
Okay.
So as a beginner, take it easy on the curves.
Okay, slow and steady.
Exactly. Slow in, fast out.
Okay, I can remember that. What about riding at night, though? Visibility must be a challenge.
It is, yeah. The guide has a whole section on nighttime riding.
Okay.
Make sure your headlights are adjusted properly.
Uh-huh.
Use your high beams when it's safe.
Okay.
And all that reflective gear we talked about,
Yeah.
that's even more important at night.
Oh, yeah, because you just want to be seen.
Exactly. You want to light up like a Christmas tree.
Okay, and I'm guessing you have to be extra careful about what's ahead of you.
Oh, yes. Scan the road ahead.
Okay.
Your vision's more limited at night.
Okay, so be bright, scan ahead, and take it slow.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Okay, I think I can handle that. What about lane positioning?
Lane positioning.
Yeah, like where should you be in the lane?
Okay, so you want to maximize your visibility and create space around your motorcycle.
Okay.
So avoid the center of the lane.
Really?
That's where oil and debris collect.
Oh, that's gross.
And if a car drifts out of its lane, that's where they're going to go.
That's a good point.
So yeah, stay to the left or right of center. And watch out for blind spots.
Blind spots.
Yeah, if you can't see the driver's face in their side mirror,
Okay.
they probably can't see you.
So always err on the side of caution.
Right. Be predictable. Be visible. Stay out of those blind spots.
Okay. Good advice.
All right, let's talk about intersections.
Oh, boy.
Those can be tricky.
A lot going on.
Intersections are actually one of the most dangerous places for motorcyclists.
Oh, really?
Statistically speaking.
Wow.
You've got cars coming from all directions, people crossing the street.
Yeah. So much to watch out for.
So first of all, slow down,
Okay.
scan for traffic, and be ready to stop.
Okay. So basically treat every intersection like a hazard zone.
Yeah, pretty much. And try to make eye contact with other drivers.
Really?
Yeah, it's a way of saying, hey, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So you're like communicating even without words.
Exactly.
I like that.
All right, now let's talk about group riding.
Group riding.
Yeah.
I always wondered about it, and it looks fun, but also a little scary.
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience.
Like, what if you mess up and cause an accident?
Right. Well, communication is key.
Okay.
Use hand signals to tell other riders what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, because you can't exactly roll down the window and yell,
Right.
I'm turning left.
Exactly.
Okay. And what about following distance? Still important.
Absolutely. Leave at least 2 seconds of space.
Okay, so same rules apply.
Same rules apply.
What about the formation, though?
Yeah, so the safest formation is staggered formation.
What's that?
It's like a zipper.
The zipper.
Yeah, motorcycles in adjacent lanes are offset from each other.
Okay, so you're not like riding side by side.
Right, you've got more space to maneuver,
Okay, that makes sense.
and the lead rider has a big responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
They got to set a safe pace, choose good routes, and communicate with the group.
So it's like being the leader of the pack.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's not just about looking cool.
No, it's about safety.
Now, what about fatigue? I mean, that's got to be a factor.
Fatigue is huge.
Yeah.
It's dangerous for any driver, but especially for motorcyclists.
Yeah, because you're already like so focused.
Right, when you're tired, your reaction time slows down, your judgment's impaired.
Yeah, I know. I get kind of spacey when I'm tired.
Right, so you got to recognize the signs of fatigue and take breaks.
Okay. What are the signs besides like wanting to take a nap?
Well, you might yawn a lot,
Hmm?
have trouble focusing, your eyes feel restless or irritable.
Oh,
You might even get tunnel vision,
Oh, wow.
where you don't see as much peripherally.
Okay. Those are all definitely things I've experienced even in a car.
Right, so take breaks at least every 2 hours,
Every 2 hours, even if you don't feel tired.
even if you don't feel tired.
Okay, so it's better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Okay, so we talked about countersteering, nighttime riding lane, positioning intersections, group riding, and fatigue.
We covered a lot.
We did.
It's all about being a skilled and confident motorcyclist.
And we're not done yet.
There's more to come.
So much good information in this motorcycle safety guide.
There really is.
And I'm kind of realizing, it's not just about learning how to ride. It's like a whole mindset thing.
Yeah, it's a journey.
It is. And I like that this guide also talks about like resources,
Right.
to help you keep learning and growing as a rider.
Exactly, because learning doesn't stop after the basic course.
Exactly. So are there like advanced courses out there?
Oh, yeah, tons of them.
Really?
Yeah, the Motorcycle Safety Foundation.
Huh.
They have advanced rider courses that focus on like
Okay.
precision braking, cornering techniques,
Wow.
even how to handle emergency situations.
So it's like leveling up your skills.
Exactly.
So it's not just the MSF either.
No, there are private training schools too.
Okay.
And you can even find experienced riders who offer coaching and mentorship.
Oh, like a mentor. That's cool.
Yeah, like a motorcycle sensei.
Yeah, exactly.
They can give you personalized advice, help you identify your weaknesses,
I
and
see.
even introduce you to new riding experiences.
Okay. What about these online communities I keep hearing about?
So the forum,
Yeah. Are those worth checking out?
definitely.
Okay.
They're like virtual clubhouses for motorcyclists.
Okay.
You can connect with other riders, share stories, ask questions, get advice.
Oh, that's a good idea. So it's like having a million motorcycle buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm definitely going to check that out.
And don't forget about motorcycle magazines and websites.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of good information there, too.
Yeah, I love looking at those. Like at the bookstore, the photography is always so cool.
Yeah.
I guess I should actually like read the articles too.
You should. They're full of tips and insights from experienced riders.
Okay, so we got courses, mentors, online communities, magazines. It's like a whole world of resources.
It is.
But at the end of the day, I guess the best way to learn is just to ride, right?
Practice makes perfect.
Right, but it's not just about like racking up the miles.
No, it's about intentional practice.
What does that mean?
It means focusing on specific skills you want to improve.
Okay.
So, like, you could spend a whole ride working on your braking technique
Okay.
or practice maintaining a steady throttle on a curvy road.
Okay, so you're like making it a training session.
Exactly. And as you get more comfortable, you can start challenging yourself a bit.
Okay.
Try new routes, explore different road conditions, maybe even upgrade to a more powerful bike eventually.
Okay, so it's like always pushing your boundaries, but safely.
Right, always safely.
Okay, so every ride's a learning opportunity.
It is.
Pay attention, analyze how you did, and think about how you can do better next time.
Exactly. It's all about continuous improvement.
I'm liking this whole philosophy.
Good.
All right, well, I think we've covered just about everything from this motorcycle safety guide.
I think so.
Any last words of wisdom for our listeners?
Well, remember, safety is a way of life, not a destination.
That's good.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and never stop challenging yourself to be a better rider.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Absolutely. The riding community is full of people who are happy to help.
So gear up, get out there, and enjoy the ride.
And ride safe.
That's right. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into motorcycle safety.
It's been fun.
It has. We'll see you on the next episode.